Nintendo Switch 2 eShop will not have any music. Now, that is one of the most sad things that I've heard all day. And is that it will not look like the Nintendo Wii U or 3DS eShop. So we're not going to be seeing cute little bubbles that just show up and you can click on them and it shows the profile or the character that you want to play or whatever. We're not going to be seeing any of that. Essentially what it's going to look like is the Nintendo Switch eShop, which overall is a horrible eShop, but Nintendo made sure to tell you that they're going to try to fix the lagginess and all of that stuff, but not adding any music because they say it's justified that you will be able to open up the trailer and see all the trailers and music would just get in the way, so they got rid of the music and carried on with their day. Okay, so another thing that Nintendo has confirmed that's not coming is achievements. Now, achievements is a really sad thing for me because I was really looking forward to going to 100% The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because that is just a fun thing to do. Oh, claim the Master Sword, you get an achievement. Complete the entire game. Get all the Koroks, you get an achievement. Nintendo says that they don't want to fall into the rabbit hole of PlayStation and Xbox because that could lead to, once you 100% the game, there's no reason to go back to play those games. Which I guess is fair, but still, having achievements would be awesome. We're not going to be seeing the Mi Plaza, as in Street Pass or any of that stuff, which is probably confirmed a long time ago. But anyways, we're not going to be seeing that. Another thing that we're not going to be seeing is Miiverse. So Nintendo doesn't want to connect everyone to everyone's console from across the world because there's some security risk or whatever. But, just add a better moderation system. You got Nintendo Discord, so why not just add Nintendo Discord Global? It would make a lot of sense. Add a moderation system where if you put a swear word, it will get blanked out and you'll get a temporary ban. Anyways, whatever. So, another thing that's most likely confirmed, now this is not 100% confirmed, but it looks to be in the direction that there's not going to be any themes on Nintendo Switch 2. It's really sad, but I hope that this is completely bogus. But at the same time, it looks to be that Nintendo Switch 2 will look the exact same as Nintendo Switch. Right now, the home screen, you can see that it's white. So, which means we're probably going to be seeing the return of black and white themes, which is overall really sad. But at the same time, if you're going to get a gaming console, Nintendo's like, you're going to play games instead of browsing the features. But I say no to that. Because what if you got a Nintendo Switch 2, but you didn't get a game because maybe you just got the basic one, or you couldn't get a game, or whatever the situation is. You just want to go and have fun inside of the Nintendo Switch. Figure out what is new, what they changed, what they replace. But with all of this, it's like, why? Just add themes, add eShop music. You could go do the boogie because I know for a fact it would encourage me to go inside of the eShop and just browse because you get that nice music. The Wii music is such a classic amount of music. Like, you've probably heard that at least 1,000 times, the Wii eShop music. And, it makes you want to browse and see what's different profiles, what different characters, what kind of games they have. It's just something that would bring the player experience just to life, like something just better. All right, so also something that's not returning is Virtual Console. You're not going to be able to buy your Virtual Console games, because Nintendo Switch Online is here to stay. So you're not going to be able to buy that. Nintendo Switch Online will still cost money to play online, but overall, what can you really do about it? Badge Arcade, same thing with that. That is something that I've wanted because I thought it was really fun how you were able to go once a day and get a certain amount of tries to get a badge so you could put on your home screen. It's not 100% confirmed that Nintendo has said no, but it looks to be in the direction that we're not going to be seeing Badge Arcade either. So, pretty much what we're not going to be seeing is think about what made the 3DS and Wii U eShops or even the 3DS and Wii U special. And just say to yourself, we're probably not going to be seeing any of that. Same thing with friend codes. Friend codes are here to stay, so we're not going to be seeing usernames. So if you want to go and say, hey, here's my username, that's not going to work. It's going to be like, here's my friend code, 287659342, whatever. Yeah, so you're going to have to repeat the friend code. Now, in terms of the Nintendo Switch coins, the golden coins, those are a kind of tricky situation. Nintendo got rid of them earlier this year, and now there's no sign of them ever returning. I just thought originally that it was going to be some kind of just reset, so then you can't just buy immediately all the games. Now that I think about it, it makes a lot of sense why they got rid of it. Let's just say that you bought your Nintendo Switch games, all right? You have a whole bunch of golden star coins. Now you want to get yourself a extra pack, an extra, the game upgrade for Breath of the Wild, so it runs at 4K. But now they got rid of the gold coins. Now you're going to have to spend your actual money for that. So overall, it's just like, honestly, I feel like Nintendo's going down the dark rabbit hole. Remember how Reggie was in charge, where we had all of these beautiful personalization and everything was great? eShop was an actual application that didn't run like garbage. It looked amazing. But overall, I can't complain with too much. The Nintendo Switch 2 looks amazing. It's just the features that I've really come to like, and now they're slowly going down the drain. No badge arcade, no virtual console, no street pass, no eShop music, no actually good eShop with the like bubbles and stuff, potentially no coins and stuff, no achievements, no Miiverse, and Mii Maker will most likely stay in the settings forever. Oh, and we can't forget about themes, of course. No themes. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed, but it looks to be that Nintendo doesn't want to add themes. But honestly, they could make a ton of money if they add themes. So what? You pay for your theme, you're done, you get the music, you get all of that stuff. At least, if you're not going to add eShop music, add home screen music for themes. That would make so much sense. That would be the best thing ever. And also, you could even add, if you want to, you didn't even want to customize and make own themes, just let the player make the themes, so that you take a screenshot from in-game and then you put them to your Nintendo Switch home screen. It's something that would be amazing. So overall, just think about Nintendo Wii U, 3DS, Wii, things that you've really liked, and most likely it will not be returning to Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about this because I found this to be really, really sad. Nintendo's not really the same. They're charging a ridiculous amount for the console. I feel like, I guess that's justified, but they're charging a ridiculous amount for games that honestly makes no sense whatsoever. Because think of it this way. If you were to charge a game for a lower price, don't you think that there would be more people willing to buy it? Instead of, sure, you're getting a couple extra bucks, but less people are going to be willing to buy the game for a high amount. Anyways, that's something that I found interesting. Maybe Nintendo will drop the price on games because they'll realize this isn't working. Like, why? The main average consumer, sure, there's going to be the Nintendo fans, the big major Nintendo fans that are going to buy the game for 80 bucks. But what about the families? What about the families with kids that need to have a Nintendo system, and they thought that that was the best option? But now, it's not really the best option anymore because you're pretty much paying the same exact price for a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. And you have to pay more for games. It's just that. It's a really messy situation right now. Really, really messy. Nintendo pretty much decided to release the Nintendo Switch 2 at the worst time. I feel like December of last year would have been great. But, we're going to have to see. These are all features that would have made the Nintendo Switch 2 an amazing console, a justified price. But we're not going to be seeing a lot of these features. We might see a little bit. We might see themes. It's not 100% confirmed that Nintendo said no. But, yeah, overall, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is really bummer news that really killed the excitement for what you're gonna see on Nintendo Switch 2? Or do you think, you know, sure, these are some great features, but you're pretty much buying a system for games, not features, not going to browse the eShop, not going to walk outside with your hefty doodle street pass and whatever, not for themes, to play games. Let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that Nintendo figures out something to make the player base happy, because right now there's some mixed opinions. 50%'s like, this is a great deal, I'm super excited for Nintendo Switch 2, the games are great, there's so much, because honestly I'm really excited there for the games and stuff, but for the features, it's just a thought. It's just a thought that maybe adding a whole bunch of features would be cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. With that being said, have a fantastic day. See you in the next one.